Today we dive into the book Never Finished, a powerful book that has changed the lives of millions. You have resumed a list of accomplishments, things you're proud of, but what if that list is just the preface? What if everything you've done so far has merely been preparation for the real work? David Goggins' book, Never Finished, delivers one brutal, liberating idea. Your past is not your potential. You are a perpetual construction site, and that is your greatest power. For the next 25 minutes, we're going deep into the operating system of one of the world's toughest minds. This isn't about summarizing a book. This is about installing a new lens through which to view every challenge, every goal, and every moment of weakness in your life. We'll break it into 3 core disciplines. This is for the person who feels the quiet ache of there must be more. Let's begin. Chapter 1. That is told as the battle within the governor versus the cookie jar. The central war in your life isn't with your circumstances. It's not with your boss, your bank account, or your genetics. The central war is between 2 internal forces. Goggins gives them names. On one side, the governor. This is the psychological limiter installed by your past experiences, your comforts, and your fears. It's the voice that rationalizes quitting. It says, "You've earned a break. This is good enough. Don't risk it." It's cunning. It often speaks in the reasonable tone of self-care and wisdom. Its sole purpose is to keep you safe, comfortable, and within known boundaries. The governor is the architect of your personal ceiling. And then there is your counterweapon, the cookie jar. This is your most prized possession. It's not a treat jar. It is a meticulously curated archive of your own proven resilience. Most people's memories are museums of pain and failure which fuel the governor. The cookie jar flips the script. It is a living library of every time you have suffered, doubted, and persevered anyway. Goggins' most powerful story of this battle takes place not in Bud's training, but years later, in the Utah desert during the Moab 240-mile ultramarathon. He was in the lead, but his body was a cathedral of pain. Stress fractures in his shins, muscles seizing. The desert heat had given way to a biting cold night. His governor was in full command. "You're going to permanently injure yourself. You have nothing to prove. You've already won so many times. Just stop. Be smart." The pain was a logical argument for surrender. Alone in the darkness, he reached not for a gel or water, but into his cookie jar. He pulled out his first cookie. The memory of being a 297-pound exterminator, spraying roaches in a hot attic, dreaming of something more. He felt that old version of himself. He pulled out another. The cookie of failing the SEAL's entrance exam twice, being mocked, and studying for 18 hours a day to ace it. He pulled out the biggest cookie of all, Hell Week. Not just surviving it once, but going through its sleepless, hypothermic torture 3 separate times. He lined these cookies up in his mind. He confronted the governor with the evidence. He asked a question that became his mantra. Did you come this far just to come this far? The governor had logic, but the cookie jar had proof. Proof written in the sweat, blood, and tears of his own life. The governor went silent. He finished the race, winning outright. Your implementation. 1. Audit your memory. Your mind naturally archives failure. You must consciously, deliberately re-archive your victories of will. Not the trophies, but the struggles behind them. 2. Physically build your jar. Tonight, take a notebook. On the first page, write, "My cookie jar." List your cookies. The time you defended someone. The time you studied all night. The time you got rejected and applied again. The time you worked out when you were sick. These are not small things. They are the foundational data points of your resilience. 3. Deploy it. When the governor speaks, and it will the next time you're tired, stressed, or facing a big goal, you don't argue. You simply open the jar. You say, "I hear you, but the data from my life tells a different story." Your past becomes fuel, not an anchor. Chapter 2. That is told as the soul's forge, callousing the mind. Winning the internal battle is the first step. But to walk the path your cookie jar shows is possible, you need a new kind of toughness. Not the toughness of ignoring pain, but of transforming your relationship to it. Goggins calls this embracing the suck. The mechanism for this is building mental calluses. Think of it literally. A callus forms through repeated, measured friction. The first day you pick up a shovel, you get a blister. It's raw, painful, sensitive, but if you show up the next day and the next, that blister hardens. It becomes a callus. The same friction that once caused agony is now merely sensation. The work hasn't changed, your tool for handling it has. Your mind is soft. It's been pampered by distraction, instant gratification, and the path of least resistance. It gets a blister at the first sign of boredom, difficulty, or loneliness. To build a calloused mind, you must seek out deliberate daily friction. Goggins's ultimate story of callousing isn't about training, it's about the Badwater 135, a race through Death Valley where asphalt temperatures hit 200 degrees. He entered it with a severe injury against all advice. Mid-race, his body broke. He was severely dehydrated. His kidneys were shutting down, a life-threatening condition. His crew, in a panic, was begging him to get in the medical van. Lying on the side of the road, he wasn't just in a race, he was at the soul's forge. Getting in the van would heal his body but wound his soul. It would reinforce the softness. Continuing would risk his body but fortify his soul forever. He got up. He didn't run, he walked, one foot in front of the other. In that moment, he was not running to win a race, he was performing soul work. Every agonizing step was sandpaper on the soft, fearful parts of his psyche. He was applying the friction that would create a permanent, unbreakable callus. When he finally finished, he wasn't just a man who completed a race. He was a man who had fundamentally altered the fabric of his being. That callus would now be there for every future challenge in business, in relationships, in life. Your implementation. 1. Identify the friction. What makes you flinch? Is it the cold morning air when the alarm goes off? The silence of focused work? The awkwardness of a tough conversation? The burn in your muscles on the last rep? That flinch is the blister forming. 2. Apply daily sandpaper. You don't need Death Valley, you need daily, voluntary discomfort. Oh physical, take the cold shower, do the extra 5 minutes, carry the groceries instead of using the cart. Oh mental, sit in silence for 10 minutes with no phone. Read a difficult book for 30 pages. Work on your most important task for 90 minutes without interruption. Oh emotional, have the conversation you've avoided. Apologize, ask for the sale. Say no to something that wastes your time. 3. Reframe the suck. Don't say, "This hurts." Say, "This is the friction that is building my callus. This discomfort is the signal that I am growing." The pain becomes data, not a deterrent. Chapter 3. That is told as the path of portals. Why there is no finish line. Here is the paradigm shift that changes everything. We are addicted to finish lines. The graduation, the promotion, the weight goal, the financial target. We believe the narrative, once I get there, I will have arrived. I will be happy, complete, finished. Goggins exposes this as the ultimate lie. It's the lie that creates midlife crises, post-accomplishment depression, and the haunting feeling of, is this all there is? He calls the real journey the path of portals. When you achieve a major goal, you don't reach an end point. You arrive at a portal, you walk through it, and on the other side, you find a new landscape with new, taller mountains. The old version of you, the one who wanted that goal, dies in the passage. A new, more capable you is born. And this new you immediately sees further, wants more, and understands the old goal was just a milestone, not a destination. After Goggins set the world record for pull-ups, 4,030 in 17 hours, he didn't celebrate. He went home alone, sat in his house, and felt a profound emptiness. The applause faded. The record was just data. It was a portal. It showed him concretely that his limits were far beyond what he had previously imagined. The satisfaction wasn't in the record, it was in the knowledge gained through the process. The record itself was almost irrelevant. The portal had shown him a new level of potential, and now his job was to walk toward it. This is why you are never finished, because the purpose is not to arrive. The purpose is to become. The goal is not the trophy. It is the person you have to forge in order to earn the trophy. And that person, once forged, is incapable of staying still. Your implementation. 1. Redefine success. Shift from outcome-based goals to identity-based processes. Old goal, lose 20 pounds. A finish line that once crossed often leads to regression. New identity. I am a person who respects my body. I am a person who exercises discipline with food and training every single day. This process has no end. The weight loss is a side effect. 2. Conduct the post-mortem. Within 24 hours of any accomplishment, big or small, ask these questions. What did I learn about myself in the process? What weakness did I have to overcome? How is the person who finished this different from the person who started? Based on what I now know, what is the next necessary level of challenge? 3. Fall in love with the grind. Actively seek the daily repetition, the boring drills, the unsexy work. That is the sacred space where the real transformation occurs. The event is just the test. The grind is the education. Let's synthesize the protocol. You have an internal enemy, the governor, who uses your past to limit your future. Your weapon against it is the cookie jar, where you store the proof of your own resilience. To walk the path your jar reveals, you must daily callous your mind by embracing voluntary friction, and you must understand that this path never ends. It only unfolds into greater challenges through portals. Your life is not a sprint to a ribbon. It is an endless expedition where the map is redrawn by you every single day. This is solitary work. It is you in the dark, choosing the harder right over the easier wrong. But it is also the only work that matters because it builds the character that impacts everything else. If this philosophy has lit a spark in you, if you feel that restless, unsettled energy that means you're ready to grow, I need you to do 2 things. First, become part of this community. Hit that subscribe button. On this channel, we are all students of resilience. We deconstruct the mindsets that build unshakable character. By subscribing, you're not just watching videos, you're declaring that you are on this path. You're ensuring you get the next tool, the next story, the next dose of friction to keep building. Second, and most important, start your soul work tonight. Look at yourself in the mirror and speak the truth. I am not finished. Let those words be your anchor and your engine. Say them when you succeed, to stay humble. Say them when you fail, to stay hopeful. Say them when you're tired, to find 1 more ounce of will. The world is full of people who settled for good enough. It is desperate for those who are never finished, for those who see life as one long, beautiful, brutal opportunity to build, to evolve, and to give their absolute best day after day, without expectation of an end. Your next portal is waiting. Your next layer of callus needs forming. Your cookie jar has room for more. Now, go build.